I'm scanning challenges now.
Ooh.
Are you afraid or excited?
Excited.
Excellent. Would you like to be afraid?
I would.
Marvelous.
Are you kidding?
It's like we haven't been hanging out 6 hours a day for the past 3 days. How do you feel about jump scares? Just in horror.
I mean, there's some
Nobody
good
else
ones.
is here. It's just you and me now.
There's some good ones. I remember
Okay.
The Mist. The Frank Darabont adaptation of the Stephen King novella, The Mist.
Man,
Or was it The Fog?
Your capacity for names is absolute, for me,
Oh,
legendary.
thank you.
Man.
Had a really good, clean jump scare, where one character, like they've barricaded themselves inside the grocery store. And it's all glass fronted. They've barricaded themselves in it, and one character is like sitting at the barricade, looking through a little gap in it, and he's looking, and there's just like a speck in the distance, and then it just goes wham, and an enormous bug lands on the window, and it is the best clean jump scare I've ever seen because it doesn't come out of nowhere. Because, like the character, you're like,
You're going, what is that?
what is that?
That is-
yeah.
Yes, that is very good. So, I used to say that I'm sorry, go ahead, please.
The other good jump scare I thought was really well executed was in Aliens, where the Marines are entering the colony for the first time and they've got their motion trackers out, and one of them starts getting a signal, and they're all like preparing for whatever it is because the signal is getting closer and closer and closer, and then Newt, the little girl, like bolts across the screen, and one of the Marines like shoots and misses her because they're all scared.
Yes.
And everyone in the theater who's also watching is also like, ah! And it's again, it's a very good, clean jump scare because you know it's coming,
Yes.
right?
Yep.
And it still gets you.
Yes. Yep. And it has a clearly defined purpose to help ratchet up the tension.
Yes.
Yeah. I jump scares are something that I abhor. Like, cannot stand them. I do not like them. I like to engage my horror, the creepy, the macabre, the psychological.
Yes.
Implication that lets the audience then take the actual horror in new directions, making the audience do the work with horror.
Yes.
Just being able to dropping just one drop of ink in a well of water. Oh yes.
Yes.
Like
yeah,
dropping
exactly.
yes, that's exactly it.
The,
and it changes the color of the entire water. That is my jam.
Like the thing I always come back to is Anne Radcliffe's essay on the supernatural in English. I always forget the full name of it, but it's an essay that was written in the 19th century, I think. Romantic era, at any rate, where she divides ghost stories, basically, in her formulation into horror and terror. And terror are the things that, that she describes as being the things that upset you that you flinch away from.
Okay.
And horror is the thing that upsets you that you cannot look away from. And they both have functions. Horror is, again, like the thing that you just keep thinking about over and over again, like iterating on it, developing it, doing the work for the storyteller.
Yeah. Yep. That right there. That is so my jam. I want to spread it on pumpernickel toast. Cause
Yeah, like it's
pumpernickel's as black as my heart.
It is it's a very, very good way of exploding Gothic literature and Gothic horror.
What do you mean in this term? What do you mean exploding? Like in this
explicating,
context?
vivisecting it, like pulling it apart and examining how
Got
it
it.
works.
Exploding is in like almost like zooming in.
Yes,
in this instance.
seeing all the parts.
Okay, very cool. Sorry, we were just talking about horror because we were the only ones here.
I like horror.
What do you enjoy?
Running horror games. I run a horror D&D campaign. Currently, that's my current D&D game set in Ravenloft. It's like on the lighter side of horror. It's more like spooky and creepy, but
Okay. What does the lighter side of horror mean to you?
it's not super intense. It's not the sort of... I mean, a lot of role-playing games are not super intense in terms of horror, because the goal... The tip I got for running horror games was scare the character, not the player.
Okay.
which is that's where I tend to go. So it tends to be a little lighter, a little funnier, more willing to like
Sure.
goof around a little bit.
Yep.
And sort of just kind of unsettling, I think is a good way to put it. I'm currently doing a sort of like folk horror, and turns out if you put people in a town where everybody is really nice to them and tell them that there's a festival coming up, your players are instantly like, nope, nope, nope.
We're all gonna die.
Yep. Someone's getting sacrificed.
That's awesome. That's really cool. How do you feel about jump scares? This isn't one of those, how do you feel about jump scares, and then I'm going to jump scare you. I would never do that.
Okay, that's fair.
No, that's a huge, that's a huge border crossing.
Jump scares, they can be done very well, but it has to be like, I think they should be used very sparingly and with like a very intense purpose. I think the best use of jump scares is probably, like, the one that I will forgive is probably Alien.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's very cool. That's awesome. Do you know what's not scary, though?
What's that?
We have a... Yeah, am I segueing this correctly? Are we pulling a giveaway? Did I do it right?
In about 5 minutes.
In 5 minutes. You know what's not scary? In 5 minutes, we're pulling a giveaway.
Yeah, being forewarned that something is coming up
Yes.
definitely takes the terror out of it.
It definitely takes the edge off. We wouldn't want to scare all of you out there, but it may be terrifying depending on how much you want the upcoming giveaway. You have 5 minutes? Yes?
Yes.
Yes, good. You have 5 minutes to get in for the Hypnos plush.
You have 5 minutes to contemplate it because we're just allowing the bids online to register so that people.
Hey!
So that Cameron can get a point across.
Yeah!
Yeah.
And so that things like PayPal can actually process and the people can actually enter if they entered in the last couple minutes.
So what does that mean?
It means that we have about 3 minutes
We have
until
3
we
minutes
pull.
and people can still put in...
3 minutes. Entries are now closed. 3 minutes
thank you.
to
Yes.
allow processing.
Okay, got it. Cool. All right. Entries are closed. You don't have 3 minutes. I misspoke. That's what I was...
Just hold tight.
I didn't know how I had messed up, but I was like, I messed something up. Something in my brain knew.
Yeah, like a broken down carriage, you misspoke.
That's very good.
I figured you would enjoy that.
That's very good.
Actually,
Yes.
speaking of horror,
Yeah.
I need to give a shout out to one of my favorite scares in a horror film ever,
Yeah.
Okay.
which is in Alien. And it's the scene where they have discovered that Ash has betrayed them. Or shortly after they've discovered that Ash has betrayed them. And Ash is attacking Ripley in the galley.
Okay.
And the camera is handheld for one shot, and it kind of pans around Ash, and the camera person backs through a wind chime on set, and the actor playing Ash doesn't break character, but turns to look into the camera, and then like looks confused for a second, and then looks back, and it is a fourth wall breaking thing, where normally when something breaks the fourth wall, it's kind of like an invitation from the character to participate.
Yep.
This is, oh, he can see us. And it's wildly incongruous to the film, but it's scary.
I need to watch that movie again.
It's-
I don't remember that exact scene. It's been a little while since I've watched
It's just
it.
a moment that passes.
What a choice.
Yeah, and it's something that, like, it was must have been a complete accident on set
Yeah.
that everyone went with. There's a gif of it.
Oh, I see.
Oh, wow.
Man, Bilbo's
Incredible. Incredible. What a choice!
Yeah.
Holy, yeah, you had your one. That's very good. That is very good. Holy monkey nuts. Oh, I like that very much. Mm-hmm. Oh, also, speaking of horror and things what protect us, a huge shout out to the moderators for Desert Bus for Hope. Thank you so much there. Thank you so much for whatever the heck weirdness is going on out there in the internet that chat doesn't see, that we don't see. Thanks for keeping us safe and keeping everything on track and being awesome and fantastic. We are volunteers. You are volunteers. We are in this together, and we appreciate the heck out of you. Thank you for being so rad. So rad.